Hello, I am Fjallsberg and we are playing Tyranny. We just got to Lethian's Crossing and there's all sorts of stuff going on here, and markets and rivers and stuff. Alright, don't know what to do here exactly. What did the journal say? You have gained access to the haven. The region spire is attached to the old walls at Lethian's Crossing settlement. Travel there and find a way to gain access to the spire. Okay, that's what I want to do apparently. Welcome to Lethian's Crossings, Fatebinder, and they bow and all that. Bruiser. You're free to enter, but watch yourself while you're here. The merchants and citizens are under our protection, and we don't put up with anyone undermining our authority. Tell me more about Lethian's Crossing. The settlers here have been here for a long time. That is pretty much all I know. If you want particulars, find Eldian. He's the town elder. He can answer your questions. Who's in charge? The brothers leaders in the crossing is the second brother Keratha. She's in charge of keeping the settlement safe when Raythaman isn't around. Otherwise, speak to Eldian. He's the town elder. Okay. Moonrise District. What is the Moonrise District? That's a district, I guess, made up of all the buildings on the other side of the river. If you need anything on this side, you'll be looking at the Sunrise District. And the river divides it. Okay. What kind of merchants do we have here? You find pretty much anything you want for the most part. Large trading hub with lots of goods coming through the area. Alright. If you haven't already done so, check with the ring doubler Keratha. Okay, yeah. There are merchants over here. What is this? Raids, bridges. Okay, so this could be raised. Guess we just go to the first group of merchants here. Do I have thermal rings? I have 12 bronze and 24 copper rings. Alright. Merchant Praxis. No, just don't walk on top of him. Speak with him. Good day, my fine friend. Could I interest you in all manners of provisions? There's no telling what may befall you on your travels. Could you tell me anything about the seal? I found it at Vengeance Well. I don't recognize it, but one of the other merchants might. Between us all, has to be someone who has seen it in their travels. What do we have for sale? Okay, and trade. Okay, these with red ones I can't actually afford, I imagine, but I can afford these things. So bronze dagger, bronze tabard axe, bronze sword, and camping supplies. Guess I want to buy some at least. Let's say another, say, 3. That costs us a smidge. That is their stuff. Where's our stuff? This is our stuff. Okay. Alright, I don't know if I want to sell anything or not. I just have a look at that. Alright, these guys over here. Sorry to cause a disturbance. Fatebinder, just making a point to my friend here about harassing me for rings. He chuckles. Get it, Krasner? Point. You stabbed me, you bastard. I'm not harassing you. All I want is what you owe me. Oh, so a dispute where I have to get involved. It's a tiny scratch. Stop crying about it, you baby. If you want, you can get the Fatebinder to decide who's right in this little matter. That is, if you think you have a leg to stand on. Once you can stand up, that is. He chuckles again. Alright. I'm an enforcer of the Archon's justice. Once invoked, the ruling is final. Fine by me. I know you're going to rule in my favor anyway, so I agree. Okay, Felno, tell me your side of the story. I ask Krasner to do a job for me, something simple. He comes back, says the job is done, even though there's no result, and demands his pay. I tell him no, and Krasner there gets all threatening. Okay. What was the job you had Krasner do? Business has been down on the account of all other merchants around here. We hired Krasner to have a word with some of them, maybe to get them to leave town or stop competing me with on price. Not only did Krasner not do what I asked, but he got back to me and that he shook down some of the other victims' merchants for rings. That is not what I hired him for. You hired him to intimidate your competition. Were you trying to kill him? Of course not. Like I said, I was starting to make threats and he wouldn't take no for an answer. I might not be a tough man, but I can take care of myself. You hired Krasner to intimidate your competition? I can see how it might look, but that's how it's done around here, sometimes anyway. He folds his arm. It doesn't matter since that's not the issue. It didn't work anyway. Krasner can keep the rings he extorted from the others, but he's not getting a single one from me. I hired him to do something and he didn't do it. End of story. Krasner, what does his side says? Felno hired me to talk to some of the other merchants into leaving town. I did what he asked, but now he won't pay up. Was it a one-time job or something ongoing? Just a one-time. Drinking money, you understand. The Brotherhood wouldn't approve of me freelancing for some merchant, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to do just that once. What happened with the merchants? The merchants around here aren't going back down just because some soldier says a bunch of mean words to him. Figured I'd shake him down for rings, convince him it'd be cheaper to leave. Did the other merchants pay up? I made a few rings, yeah. Once I visited all of them, came back to collect the pay I was promised. Fellow say he wouldn't pay me and then just stabbed me. Okay, so he actually asked him to do something. He does get some rings, but he doesn't actually manage anyone to leave. So should he be paid or not? Well, it's obvious to everyone. Yeah, okay. Just shut up, Elmer. Just because your competitors can't be intimidated doesn't mean you get out of paying me for the job. I deserve payment for the work I did. Okay, so I can ban him from selling with number 1. Find you guilty of extortion, report to your superior to be punished according to Brotherhood laws. Found both of you guilty of intimidation and extortion. Felony, you're banned from selling anything unless it's Krasner. Okay, so both of them. Krasner want all the rings you collected. Felno will give me an equal amount. Felno, you will pay Krasner what is owed and seize any further intimidation tactics against your fellow merchants. You can keep the rings you acquired, but you will stop trying to collect pay from Felno. Right. Who are these people? Lethian's Crossing and Bronze Brotherhood. Bronze Brotherhood is sort of the guard thing here, but you know. I don't know. Well, he hired someone to do his job. He doesn't succeed. He skims off the side, yada yada. I don't know. Keep the rings you acquire, but stop trying to collect your pay. No? No, he'll pay, but he'll stop. We'll go for number 5 here. Tapping his quill against his lip, Lantry gives you a long stare before shaking his head and completing an annotation in a quiet manner. Okay, so he disapproves. Lost loyalty with Ebb and gained fear with Ebb. Alright, and again, lost loyalty to Barrack. Okay. So everyone was annoyed here. My party members the most. I see. Should just stay out of these conversations altogether. Let's merchant here. Okay, do we have anything about the seal? Basila looks at the seal for a few moments, shakes her head. I cannot say I recognize it, but I don't really get affairs outside of legend crossings. Right, show me what I have for sale. Okay, so these are potions. Greater healing potions. I can afford them. They cost a fair amount. These are for spell stuff, right? Lesser healing potions. I think I want to buy all 4 of them. Those could be quite useful. Just be done with that, I guess. This merchant over here. Again, don't know anything about seal. Someone else might know. I'll find something. Okay. Yeah, can't afford any of those. Bronze, throwing dagger, and camping supplies. So yeah, no, just get out of here. This guy. Greetings and salutations. The jolly merchant greets you with a smile and clap. Yada yada. Could you tell me about the thing about the seal? Let's try that first. Let's take a look, shall we? He takes the seal, turns it over, and then spots the insignia and quickly deposits it back in your hand and wipes his palms clean. Where did you get that? Came from a merchant caravan that was ransacked. Suspected as much, he mumbles and wears his brow. So far off the normal trading routes, but why is it here? Why then? Why now? Maybe you could start by telling me about the merchants. He refocuses and nods. Of course, the sigil belongs to the Hand Over Quill Merchant Company. His lips tighten to form a violent pucker. Tell me more about the Hand Over Quill. They were once a powerful trade organization that, well, he cups his mouth and glances around. Well, let's just say you didn't want to get between them and a contract. Ah, so assassin types. With that, Tunan's new laws in Bastard City, the Quills shrunk into the shadows of Kairos authority, trying to keep a lower profile. If you're involved in any of their dealings, stay far away. A shipment of iron and weapons went missing. It was found with the sealed in a house in Echo Call's Crossing. He strokes the shadow of a beard growth under his chin. Suspicious, I agree, but the war has its little problems. Doesn't add up. Now, if I can return to the subject of my wares, he smiles and readies to show you some of his fancy bauble. The weapons were meant for the disfavored, and the Vendrian Guard suddenly had iron weapons. The Vendrian Guard. Okay, well, this changes things, I suppose. Changes things. What does Hand or Quill have to do with the Vendrian Guard? First things first. It will come at a price. If something unfortunate took place, my concerns were traced back to me, the consequences would be costly. I cannot pay you. Okay. You can tell me about other merchant companies. Oh, there's been several over the years that have thrived and struggled in this new age of law. There were the Jaded Mermons, the Lace Fringe, the Linked Rings, and of course the Hand or Quill. Okay, I'd like to see your wares then. Yeah, oodles of stuff I can't afford. Healing potions, lesser healing potions. I'll take those, I guess.
Huh.
What did you find? Oh, you have to go all the way around and back up? Who are you? Okay. There's nobody important apparently. Oh, there's the thing. There was the hidden thing. Here. Frozen shackle. Don't know what that was, but okay. So I guess we'll have to go up these stairs somewhere. Where are they? Or across the bridge? We could go across the bridge also, I guess. Random empty box here. It might not be empty. Just get some fruit and some cheese. Just line about. Corns, another bottle, some meat in it. Okay, head on upwards here. This is a door into some place, I guess. The bruiser, this is a bridge that we can get across. Guess we'll leave the door be for now. Settler. Now let's have a look at this door then. Oh, we'll go down this way, okay. Hold down the M key to minimize. Yeah, I knew that. That's like this. Kalyan's house. So there's Kalyan. The young man hangs his head and regards you as you approach with a pitiful sight. Greetings, he's barely able to force the word, his voice breaking as he speaks. Okay, and this is Leftian's crossing guy. Okay, what's wrong? He takes a deep breath, steadying himself. My sister, Kalia, and I watched the Bronze Brotherhood fending off multiple waves of Kairos' forces when they tried to take the crossing. I was terrified, but she was exhilarated. In a way, I've never seen her so alive. He chokes back a sob, so she got fired up. She joined the Brotherhood at the first chance she got. Shortly after joining, they sent her on a scouting mission with some other Brotherhood soldiers, but none of the party returned. They were all found dead at the Searcher's March. Okay, I'm doing good deeds here apparently. Trying to find her sister or something. Just want to be left alone. Okay, apparently sister's just dead. Alright. Get this loading done. There you go. So we can go across this bridge or across that bridge or across this bridge down here. Well, since we're closest to this one, I guess we'll just go across here. It's like a waterfall. Yeah. Where's this place?
Got it.
It's apparently locked. What's this place? This looks like a nice picture, a nice sewer type thingy, which apparently we just entered. Antechamber. Old walls, antechamber, okay. Old walls, weren't they the magical evil thingy magic something something, I don't know. Eerie glow.
Interesting.
Oh, there's something secret going on here. Grab all this stuff. This is not just these. There seems to be no way to open this door from somewhere from here. Floor of the stones have been broken. Okay. There's a thing here. Garnet. Stuff in here. Interesting rune. The shrunken relief. This shrunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to depict a runic symbol similar to the one you saw at Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and thus the final form of the rune is unknown. Take a charcoal rubbing. Pressing the charcoal parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. With enough collected imprints, it may be possible to reconstruct the original shape of the rune. As you work, Lantry hovers over. See how that pattern looks broken along the two edges. I think there might be more to the engraving than what's here. Finish the tracing and then we'll look for more. Lantry nods, agreed. If you collect enough sketches and imprints, we could no doubt reconstruct the original image in its entirety. Stirring visions. Right, potion. And this place over here. Blood moss. This is where we came from. Yep. We could get further over here, right? Looks like we can. So let's get on that, I guess. Right, let's just save here before I do something really stupid. Just take all. And this is a great spear. Take all. What is this? Further into the system here, it seems.
I'm seeing a lot in this room I'd like to sketch. But we should keep moving.
Alright. Doesn't say anything here. Ruinic Hall. Ah, there's stuff going on here. If I do this, then we might be easier getting secrets going on. Oh, this is a symbol like the one we had elsewhere. Right. This chamber immediately reminds you of Ascension Hall. An intricate runic running along the floor can only mean one thing. You stand at the feet of a great spire. Each step you take echoes across the great distance. As you gaze upward, a sage-colored walls quickly give way to an unending blackness. The rune in the center of the floor is inactive, and the silence of the hall offers no clues as to its use or function. You feel a slight tug in your chest, a faint echo of energy that enveloped you at Vengeance Well. Lantry, hold on a moment. Lantry bellows the comment louder than needed, smiling as he hears his voice echo through the massive chamber. If my sense of direction is at least reasonable, we are standing below the spire in this region. What do you recommend? Lantry points at a pattern on the floor. I'll start with the grooves and stones of the floor over there. If it's a spire like Vengeance Well, whomever built this created a mystical conduit on the top, and I think it's very, very unlikely that the pattern is purely decorative. Right, what do you know of the spires? Lantry raises an eyebrow. About as much as you, I'm afraid. Until our time at Vengeance Well, I didn't realize there were ways to access the upper reaches. Speaking of which, I'm certain there's a way to access the top of this spire as well. Let's keep our eyes out for sigils and glyphs nearby. Let's press on, I guess.
On the lookout.
Right, so there's stuff there, and I guess we'll look at this bit over here.
Study carefully the glyphs. They're gibberish to me, but I know magic when I see it.
Interesting rune, same as the other one. Charcoal rubbing. Right, the same thing. Looks like we have more of the symbol once more, and it should be complete. So we have to find a third one somewhere. These grooves in the floor are inlaid with a dim something something. Right, so we can turn these on and off. Yeah, so I have to find out what they look like, I guess. Make the right pattern. So we'll find a further glyph somewhere, and that's probably through those doors that were in the other room. Those doors over here, right? Yeah. Probably in here somehow.
Moving cautiously.
I go sneaky about, see if we can find anything else. Which we probably can't right now. Nah. Right, let's just head on out of here. And explore the rest of this city, but I think I'll take a break and do that in the next episode. Maybe I should just let the game load so I can save it and take it from there. Right, I will take a break here. Thank you very much for watching.